The TSA funding shutdown is causing major delays in airports nationwide.
And Tennessee legislation passed a bill that majorly impacts all Tennessee colleges and universities.
I'm Daniel Mert.
And I'm Peyton Gortney. Your news starts now.
Lawmakers are racing to end a budget standoff that is impacting airport security nationwide as Donald Trump moves to get TSA workers paid.
President Trump says he will sign an order directing the Department of Homeland Security to immediately pay TSA agents as budget negotiations continue in Washington. Senators worked late into the night on a deal to reopen funding for Homeland Security, with disagreements centered on immigration enforcement policies.
The shutdown is already hitting travelers. Nationwide, thousands of TSA workers are absent, leading to long lines and delays at major airports. Some officers have even quit after no pay. For travelers here in Tennessee, airports in Nashville and Chattanooga could see an increase in delays if a deal isn't reached soon.
The debate over abortion came to UTC campus. An anti-abortion activist came to UTC to argue that abortion is murder. Students disagreed. We have obscured the anti-abortion poster because of its graphic nature. Here's the story.
By saying that it's okay for them to murder their children. You're not loving the children as yourself. You're not loving these people as yourself.
The responsibility of my role is to ensure that everybody's following campus rules, right? And there are very strict campus rules on exercising your First Amendment freedom of speech.
And some of these children are aware of the fact that they're being torn apart.
I have a stance on abortion. I'm pro-life. I don't believe it's right. But I really don't agree with some of the people's methods that they're using to share that message. I think we should lovingly talk to each other and not just condemn people, because that's not our job.
He's exercising his First Amendment right. However, we're also exercising our First Amendment right, counter-protesting. And that is exactly what UTC students should do. If you see this hatred and bigotry and this extremist view, exercise your right.
Legislation promoting the teaching of religion on college campuses has been approved by the Tennessee Senate. It's called the Kirk Act. The bill would require Tennessee colleges and universities to adopt certain free speech protections. It would bar schools and faculty from restricting speech based off of religious beliefs or opposition to certain topics. Kirk was a co-founder of Turning Point USA, and he was killed last year while speaking at a Utah college campus.
Savannah Guthrie will return to MPGC's Today Show next month. Guthrie said in an interview that aired Friday, "Joy will be my protest." She's scheduled to return on April 6th. Nancy Guthrie was reported missing on February 1st. Authorities believe she was kidnapped, abducted, or otherwise taken against her will. The FBI released surveillance videos of a masked man who was outside Guthrie's front door in Tucson on the night she vanished. The Guthrie family has offered a $1 million reward for information leading to the recovery of their mother.
So maybe you didn't see what happened on campus while we were gone on spring break. We had snow here at UTC.
This was the scene on the Monday of spring break. The snow fell starting just before noon, dusting the ground and hanging on trees. Then, a few hours later, it was gone. And we have no snow in our forecast, so what's next for us?
Here's our Dean DeSilva with the answer.
We got a chilly weekend and a warm, humid week ahead of us. A cold front is moving across the country as part of the storm system that hit the Midwest Friday. We can expect some residual rain from that system Friday night. Next week, we're warming back up quick as a record-breaking heat dome that has been parked over the southwest is finally starting to move east. This heat wave has been shattering records for March temperatures. Places like Las Vegas have hit 95 degrees. This is the bar for 2026. We aren't expecting this heat dome to be as intense or long-lasting here, but definitely be prepared for a toasty couple weeks. On to the local forecast. Saturday, we're looking at temperatures between 39 and 61. That's a drop from a high of 80 yesterday, almost a 20-degree drop. Sunday, we're looking at 41 and 67. Monday, we warm back up with temperatures between 52 and 72. The rest of the week is looking stormy, although the forecast is a little all over the place right now. Tuesday, we can expect scattered thunderstorms with a high of 79 and a low of 54. Wednesday's looking partially cloudy with a high of 80, low of 60. Thursday, we're looking partially cloudy again, temperatures between 75 and 60. And Friday, we're looking at another cold front-driven thunderstorm with temperatures between 69 and 60. It's important to note that this forecast is very uncertain and may change, so definitely stay weather aware and watch for storms. That's all the weather talk I got for y'all this week. Stay safe and stay dry.
We're in the middle of March Madness, so one Mocs fan decided to put her love for the game into action.
This is the work of a 7th grader at Collegedale Academy. J. Lee Eller designed and built the scale model of the Mocs basketball court. Check out the goals, the hardwood floor, and the Power C logo on the floor.
We're about to launch into Sweet 16 in March Madness.
Dominic Butler has details on that and the wrap-up for the women's basketball season.
Tennessee is headed back to the Sweet 16 after a 79-72 win over Virginia. Jacoby Gillespie led the way with 21 points, including a deep three as the shot clock expired, swinging the momentum. The game tightened late, but clutch free throws from Gillespie, Bishop Boswell, and Nate Amon sealed it. Tennessee made its moves down the stretch after Virginia briefly took the lead in the final 2 minutes. The Vols now face the second-seeded Iowa State in the Midwest Regional Semifinal Friday night. Meanwhile, Sweet 16 action tipped off Thursday night with 4 teams punching their ticket to the Elite Eight. Arizona ran past Arkansas 109-88, while Illinois took down Houston 65-55. Iowa held off Nebraska, and Purdue survived Texas in a pair of close finishes. And there's still more to come, with Alabama set to face Michigan and Duke riding a 13-game streak into a March Madness with St. John's. Those games tip off Friday night as the Elite Eight field continues to take shape. And for Chattanooga, the Mocs WBIT run ends with a 75-62 loss to the #1 seed North Dakota State in Fargo. SoCon Player of the Year Kaya Elizalde had career highs 33 points, making school history in a national tournament. The Bisons dominated the glass and built a strong halftime lead, pushing the Mocs to catch up in the second half. Chattanooga outscored NDSU 24-16 in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough to close the gap. Coach Deandra Shermer praised her team's effort and Elizalde for carrying the program through another strong season.
That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Instagram page.
We're also on Facebook and YouTube. Have a good weekend.